A dog can love you and still not fully trust you. That sentence sounds strange because humans often treat love and trust as the same thing. But in a dog's nervous system, affection is not the whole story. A dog may follow you from room to room, sleep near you, lick your hand, wag when you come home, and still hesitate when you reach too fast, move unpredictably, raise your voice, touch the wrong place, or ask for something that feels unsafe. Love is often about connection. Trust is about prediction. A dog trusts the person whose behavior makes sense over time, the person who does not become dangerous without warning, the person who respects signals before the dog has to escalate, the person whose hands, voice, footsteps, routines, and moods become understandable. Dogs are not asking whether you are a good person in the abstract. They are asking a more ancient question. Can I relax around you without needing to protect myself? Dogs learn with their whole body. A rescue dog, a nervous puppy, a dog from a chaotic home, or even a well-loved dog who has experienced pain can carry memory as muscle tension, startle responses, avoidance, freezing, appeasement, or sudden bursts of energy. The dog is not being dramatic. The body is trying to prevent a repeat of something it once associated with danger, confusion, or loss of control. Thus, affection can fool humans because it looks like the problem is solved. The dog comes close, so we assume the dog is comfortable. The dog wags, so we assume the dog is happy. The dog licks, so we assume consent. But canine body language is more complicated. A wag can mean excitement, conflict, appeasement, or stress. Licking can be social, but it can also be a request for space. Coming close can mean curiosity, dependency, or a careful test of whether the human will stay predictable. Every interaction makes a deposit or a withdrawal in the trust account. Predictable feeding is a deposit. Gentle handling is a deposit. Letting the dog move away is a deposit. Punishing a growl is a withdrawal. Grabbing the collar during every emergency is a withdrawal. Calling the dog and then doing something unpleasant can be a withdrawal. The dog is always learning whether human signals lead to safety or pressure. A lot of trust is damaged by the old idea that dogs are trying to dominate everything. When a dog hesitates, guards space, avoids touch, or refuses a cue, the dominant story says the dog is challenging authority. But often the dog is confused, overwhelmed, undertrained, physically uncomfortable, or trying to create distance. If you treat fear like rebellion, you teach the dog that honesty is unsafe. Trust grows faster when humans notice the small signals. The head turn, the yawn, the lip lick, the whale eye, the stiff body, the tucked tail, the sudden sniffing, the shake-off, the slow movement away. These signals are not random. They are the dog trying to communicate before barking, growling, snapping, or shutting down. A trustworthy human listens while the signal is still quiet. Choice is one of the fastest ways to build trust. Not unlimited freedom, but safe choices. Letting the dog choose whether to approach. Letting the dog pause on a walk. Letting the dog opt into touch. Teaching cooperative care instead of forcing every nail trim, bath, harness, or vet-style handling moment. When the dog learns that no is heard, yes becomes more honest. Dogs trust rhythm, a predictable morning, a walk that does not become a battle, a feeding routine, a calm goodbye, a return that does not overwhelm, clear cues, clear consequences, consistent boundaries. This is not about being boring. It is about making the world legible. A dog who can predict the pattern does not have to spend as much energy scanning for danger. One reason dogs struggle to trust humans is that humans leak emotion. We come home stressed, rush the walk, snap at the leash, stare at the phone, get frustrated when training is slow, and then wonder why the dog seems sensitive. Dogs are not mind readers, but they are excellent readers of posture, tempo, tone, and tension. If your body says threat while your words say good dog, the dog believes the body. A securely attached dog is not a dog who never leaves your side. It is a dog who can move away and come back, explore and return, rest without constantly monitoring you, ask for help without panicking, handle brief frustration without collapsing. Security does not look like obsession. It looks like confidence in the relationship even when nothing exciting is happening. For many rescue dogs, trust is not built in a weekend. The first days may be shut down or frantic attachment. The first weeks may show new behaviors as the dog begins to feel safe enough to reveal themselves. The first months may uncover deeper fears, preferences, triggers, and personality. Progress is not always linear. A dog can improve, regress, test, recover, and improve again. Training should not feel like betrayal. If the dog only listens because they are afraid of what happens when they do not, obedience may improve while trust gets weaker. Better training makes the desired behavior clearer and safer. It rewards what you want. It manages the environment. It builds skills gradually. The dog learns that human requests are information, not threats. Many trust problems live in touch. Humans love petting dogs, hugging dogs, leaning over dogs, reaching toward faces and touching paws. Many dogs tolerate these things before they enjoy them. Consent-based touch means watching the dog's answer. If you pause, does the dog ask for more or move away? If the dog turns their head, stiffens, licks lips, or shifts weight back, the answer may be not now. Trust is not built by being perfect. It is built by repair. You will move too fast sometimes. You will misread a signal. You will get frustrated. The important moment is what happens next. Do you soften? Do you give space? Do you change the setup? Do you learn the trigger? Dogs can forgive a lot when the pattern becomes safer afterward. A practical reset starts small. For 1 week, stop testing the relationship. Do fewer forced interactions. Reward voluntary check-ins. Let the dog approach first. Practice one easy cue with high success. Make walks less about distance and more about calm observation. Replace surprise handling with predictable routines. Look for tiny signs of softening, slower blinking, looser body, deeper sleep, choosing to stay near you without being trapped. The final test of trust is not whether the dog performs when commanded. It is whether the dog feels safe enough to be honest, honest enough to ask for space, honest enough to relax, honest enough to try again after a mistake, honest enough to bring their fear into the relationship instead of hiding it until it explodes. A dog who trusts you is not a dog you control perfectly. It is a dog who believes your power over them will not be used carelessly. Closing, love can arrive quickly. Trust usually arrives quietly. It appears in the dog who sleeps with their back turned because they no longer need to watch you. The dog who brings you a toy and then walks away calmly. The dog who lets you touch a paw because you taught them they could say no. The dog who stops surviving the household and starts living in it. That is the psychology of trust, not forcing closeness, but becoming safe enough that closeness becomes the dog's